True Colors is another strong entry in the Life is Strange series. While I have some issues with the first and fifth chapters that bookend the story, the middle three chapters are excellently paced and draw you into its beautifully realized world. Any fan of choose-your-own-adventure video games will thoroughly enjoy their time. True Colors follows Alex Chen, the newest resident of the tiny mountain town of Haven Springs, Colorado. Wielding the power to read people's thoughts and emotions, Alex is reunited with her long-lost brother Gabe, as the young superpowered woman wonders if there is anywhere in the world that she belongs. The connections Alex makes with the citizens of Haven Springs and the mystery she must unravel at the heart of the town are captivating for the most part. There's a decent amount of meandering in the opening of the game, but it becomes difficult to put down once its inciting incident occurs, one that pits Alex's wish to live a normal life against her desire to seek justice. Several of the choices asked of the player will have you sitting there for minutes in silence as you internally wrestle with the potential fallout. On the flip side, however, there were one or two choices that felt like not only no-brainers, but the other options seemed antithetical to the whole journey I had been on. Fortunately, since you feel compelled to immediately pick an answer, you're able to breeze past those moments and move on to the next beat. Unfortunately, as the game enters its third act, the momentum comes to an abrupt stop to explore characters' motivations and backstories, leaving little time to address the sharply escalated drama that has embroiled the town. When the game does get back to finishing the story, while it has an impactful closing confrontation, I couldn't help but feel there were too many convenient dialogue options and omissions, wresting agency from the player to lock them into one of 6 concrete endings. For a game that had consistently provided me with choices that felt instinctive to me, there were a couple of times in the final chapter where I was scratching my head, wondering why certain opportunities had been omitted. Overall, however, the story of True Colors is one worth experiencing, if a little inconsistent on occasion. In my preview of the game's first chapter, I was excited to see where Alex's aura visualizing, mind-reading powers would go, and I was not disappointed by the outcome. As she begins to explore the limits of her abilities, some truly awesome but somewhat terrifying options become available to her, taking what on the surface may seem like a rather mundane ability and turning it into an incredibly powerful one. Combined with some ingenious adventure gameplay, True Colors has introduced the best power yet to the Life is Strange series. The highlight for me, however, is the game's design, making it the most visually captivating entry in the trilogy. Haven Springs feels lived in, and its flourishing, natural splendor make it a place you'll want to visit for real. Those that had an issue with some of the impermanence of Life is Strange 2's road trip will instantly connect with the town, a character in its own right, and the slow poisoning of which by unscrupulous characters will make you want to find answers for not only Alex, but the community as a whole. Haven Springs is a town worth saving, and that's thanks to a combination of the game's strongest story elements, but also its visual realization. The performances from top to bottom are also very strong, enhanced by the best animations in the series yet. While feeling pretty one-note in the game's opening chapter, each character becomes fully fleshed out as it progresses, offering complex dimensions that feel true to life. One moment in particular, where a character comes to terms with their very raw and societally taboo emotions, strikes a powerful chord. I really enjoyed my time with True Colors, which feels like the breeziest of all the games in the Life is Strange series. Moving to a single release rather than episodes dropped in a staggered manner was the right call, and it makes it feel like the most cohesive entry yet. While the writing might not be as consistent as the past 2 entries by series creator Dontnod, Developer Deck 9's first main entry in the franchise is an excellent one, and I can't wait to see where they take this franchise next.